This year, I posted a video that explained how climate change is creating weather patterns that are leading to more days during the year when wildfire danger becomes extreme. We already are seeing this happen in North America, Australia, and the Arctic regions. In this video, I will focus on how the wildfire danger is changing in Europe. I also will provide a brief update on how the 2022 wildfire season has been shaping up throughout the Northern Hemisphere. A paper recently published in the journal Nature Scientific Reports examines how the wildfire danger index has been changing in Europe over the past 3 decades and what these changes portend for the future. The paper provides data for 3 separate regions of Europe as defined by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, namely Southern Europe, shown in green on the left, Central Europe, shown in yellow, and Northern Europe, shown in purple. The figure on the right shows how the Wildfire Seasonal Severity Rating Index has been changing over time in the 3 regions. The Seasonal Severity Rating Index, or SSR, is a measure of wildfire danger averaged over the entire fire season. So each point in the figure on the right represents an entire fire season. As we might expect, heat waves are very common in Southern Europe, so the fire danger as measured by the SSR index is much higher in Southern Europe than it is in Central and Northern Europe. However, in both Southern and Central Europe, this fire danger index has been rising steadily over the past 3 decades. And the concern is that the ability of European wildland firefighting resources to contain these fires will be exceeded. Unlike Australia and North America, where wildland firefighting resources have been managed on a continent-wide basis for a very long time, it has only been during the past few decades that wildland firefighting resources have been managed on a regional basis in Europe. Before that, each individual country was pretty much on its own as far as the wildland firefighting effort was concerned. The shift to a more regional approach to wildland firefighting in Europe in more recent years has allowed the region to limit and in some years reduce the actual total area burned in wildland fires, even though more fires have been occurring as global temperatures have risen. The authors of the Nature Science Reports paper ran simulations to estimate how global warming would change the wildfire danger in Southern Europe by the end of the 21st century. Their results are shown in this figure. Simulations were run for 2 global warming scenarios. In one set of calculations, they assumed that carbon dioxide emissions would continue to increase at their current rate. That would lead to a 4 degrees centigrade increase in the average global temperature by the year 2100. Under that assumption, the number of days of high fire danger in Southern Europe would increase by about 40 additional days per year on average. In contrast, if carbon dioxide emissions are stabilized between now and the end of this century, the increase in global warming will be about 2 degrees centigrade by 2100, and the number of additional high fire danger days in Southern Europe would increase by about 20 per year on average. As the maps in the figure show, not only does the average number of high fire danger days in Southern Europe increase under both scenarios, but the area of Southern Europe that will experience high fire danger days increases significantly from its present value. This will further complicate wildfire control efforts. Another important result from this research is the observation that there is a significant positive feedback effect between wildfires and carbon dioxide emission. Comparing satellite observations of carbon dioxide emissions in Southern Europe with wildfires in the region, the authors were able to confirm the relationship between the seasonal fire danger index and the amount of additional carbon dioxide emitted into the atmosphere. As the figure shows, the higher the fire danger index, the more carbon dioxide is emitted from burning biomass. These wildfires then are not only the result of climate change, but they become a contributor to climate change. The Nature Scientific Reports paper that this video is based on can be downloaded from the internet without any restrictions. I've included a detailed citation for the paper so that you can examine the results in more detail if you wish. Before closing, I want to bring you up to date on the status of the 2022 fire season in the Northern Hemisphere. As well as being off to a strong start in Europe, both in North America and in Siberia, 2022 already is shaping up to be a difficult year for wildland firefighters. In the United States, data from the National Interagency Fire Center shows that more wildfires have occurred in the first half of 2022 than in the previous 10 years, and more area has burned than in any of the previous 10 years. In addition, scattered reports suggest that Siberia this year is experiencing another early and very active fire season. My earlier short video, Climate Change and Wildfire, provides more information about how climate change is making wildfires more frequent and more dangerous in many parts of the world. I encourage you to watch it. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already done so, I would appreciate it greatly if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks again.